mix that up. It snowed. Don't touch that. This live. What could be now? Yeah, fuck my budget being live. Alright, cool. Alright, I guess we will start it out. Welcome. Let's read these instructions. She's outdoor welcome. Yo, weird guy. It's been a while. How have you been, bud? I'm sure this will be fine. No, I've been good. The week has been tough on me, but rewarding weekend, I'll say that. Oh yeah, we should probably give you the update. Weird guy. Here's what I did yesterday. Finished her up. Just adding the glossy finish now. That was the original color. And that's what I sanded it down into, and that's what we got now. So, just need to add this glossy finish. Let's see, weird. Why did... That's weird, okay. Kind of looks like a shotgun shell. I can see it just a little bit. Like a really long, like maybe 10 gauge. Yeah, I probably told you this last time, but the point of this is the airsoft I got yesterday, a while ago, didn't come with a orange tip that's federally illegal, or federally legal to have. So we're adding it to make it legal. And we just wrap it up with a little bit of ghillie suit. Copan. Alright, I need to turn on this light. I'll be right back. Scooby! Honestly, it's the weekend, the family was up. We were doing Christmas stuff, and I was just waiting for the family to go to bed, Scooby. Alright, hold on, I need to turn this light back on. This time we're getting double layered up. So we got 2 hoodies on. It's still freezing though. What's good, Scoob? He says. Weird guy does. He's back. Put this back on there. What up? I'm thinking of jokes. Alright. I went to my job interview, Larry. How did it go? And what job, don't let me asking what jobs you apply for. If it's like a super small company, just don't say it. Just like say like the category you're in, or you'd be in if you get hired. Yeah. Honestly, the guy was rude through the entire thing. Oh damn. That's gotta suck. Damn. Painter's tape over here. What kind of job did you apply for? If you don't mind me asking. Oh, okay. Wait. Can you find us at Freddy's flashbacks? Please tell me you're not gonna be a security worker or a security guard. Also, I need to go find Pete now. Here's a flight tape. Where is it at? You know what? You're fine. You won't need the tape. We're good. You'll be fine. Alright, let's see. It would have been the waiter or the janitor. Oh. Bro, I told you a lot of jokes, my dark humor jokes, but now I'm running out of them. So now I only have light jokes and racial jokes. Oh, let's see. Do what you think is necessary to keep the chat a little entertaining. Just keep things going when I run out of things to talk about. Oh. I don't think you're supposed to do that. Hold up. Let's see. Painting, shake hand. Balls mixing, also shake, hold. I'm gonna flip this shit over. Alright. Should brought a fan. I hope this all works. Alright, so what I did was I applied this crystal clear enamel for a protective glossy finish. Here's a light chunk. Alright. Sorry, does that shit burn? Hold up. An exterminator went out to do his job. Alright. He saw a man in the middle of the field. Okay. The exterminator asks, "What's your problem?" Alright, I'm following. Was the man gay? Good question. We have no idea. The man says, "I got two problems. First, I got termites. Second, I called you a week ago." Oh. Damn. That is a problem. Wasabi Kush. One, what does that mean? Let's see. Experiencing difficulty breathing. No. He said hi. Alright, I'm gonna. Does anybody in chat care? I mean, here I'll say this. I don't care if you put racial jokes in the chat. I'll personally see to YouTube, or I'll try to get you unbanned if you do get banned. I just can't say them out loud because I will get banned. Actually, I have an idea. I can always make you a moderator or something. There's 3 people in chat. One of them is my computer. One of them is Scooby. And if I were to guess, the other one is Weird Guy. Hold on, I need to look up if. Does. Okay, I don't know if this is just me thinking this. T14 Wild said hi. Hi, T14 was it? Hi, Wild. None here. Oh. Just do it! Okay, what am I doing? What am I doing? How long does this take to... Alright, now we wait. Believe the first zeros. Alright, I'm gonna mash these together. Actually, that's right there. Seems bad. But then again, yeah. I like these two. Need to first zero. Cut from probably here's without the slide. Does anybody have a marker in chat? I need a marker. Gotta get a fucking marker now. Alright. So what is it? Okay, I see. He's cooking. Where the fuck is a marker? Why is there a marker? Okay, why is there a marker? What the fuck? Alright, let's go read chat real quick. Alright, let's see. Why was 6 afraid of 7? Why was 6 afraid of 7? Wait. There's a lot more that happened than that. None here. How do you get black out of a tree? You. Oh. Bro, heard that one? Okay, I think I can say that one. How does a T-ban, I won't say that, feed his child? Here comes the airplane. I got Y657, Y789, because he was right in the middle of 9/11. That is my favorite one. I did hear your 9/11 joke. I think I just read that out loud. Or I could have not. I don't know. I did read your jokes. I just happened to walk away when you first put them in, came back. Why can't America play chess? Why can't America play chess? Why was things? Here comes the airplane. I'm not speed. Because they lost their towers. Why can't the British play chess? Yeah, it's just so opposite. Why did no one tell me this show was lopsided? Because they lost their queen. Hell yeah. Alright, I'm a little narker. I'll be right back. Scooby, you're in charge of entertainment until I get back. I got the markers. Scooby, what has happened? Alright, let's see. Do you want to hear more Rachel jokes? I do want to hear more Rachel jokes. By the way, why didn't you read my jokes today? I did read them. I tried my best to modify them so I can say them out loud and not get banned. Hi, Raccoon. Rusty Raccoon. Hello, hello. If you want to hear more jokes, spam one. One. Why did you say that? Oh no. Bye, weird guy. Said 1, not 10. Waves. 1. I say 1. 1. 9. 9, 11. If you want to hear a racial joke, chat, spam 1. I don't know if weird guy is back, but he just did wee. I guess a wee. A wee. Mercy. Something there. Possibly here. How do you lose in F-35? Alright. Here it is. Not really a racial joke, but If you don't understand dark humor, then this will help. A boy once asked his grandpa, "Hey, what is dark humor?" I think I know exactly where this is going. I think I've heard this something similar to this before. But what is dark humor, father or grandfather? The grandpa said, "You see that boy with no arms? Go down the clap." Uh, I've heard dark humor is like food. I can't remember what the rest of it was. The darker it gets, the less people get it. Then the boy said, "But I'm blind." Oh, Grandpa's wild for that. Grandpa's absolutely wild for that. That reminds me of another joke. A kid once asked his father, "Hey, Dad, what is an alcoholic?" The dad said, "You see those four cars over there? An alcoholic would see eight." The kid looked and he said, "But Dad, there's only two." So he's back to chat. TF11, I'm mainly looking at you for not understanding dark humor. 45 ACP. All right. Shouldn't be missing. Now we get a hot glue gun next. Next live stream will not be out here in this cold, forsaken um, purgatory garage. It'll be in my nice room where I actually have climate control and a heater, so I'm not sitting next to this fucking snow. Oh, hey, Rusty. I totally forgot to show you. This is our suppressor from yesterday. It's got a gloss coating on it now. Should probably add another layer of gloss coating, but this is what we got now. I see there's a lot of shit going on in chat now. We're past, or apparently not. Apparently we're still waiting. Alright, I'm gonna add another layer. Computer, catch up to chat. I don't know if anyone said anything in chat. Well, I hope I'm doing that right. Oh shit. Oh, yeah, we're good. Alright. No! Nope, we're still. Alright. No. I see shit. What is this shit? Interesting. Why is my computer not catching up to chat? Don't appreciate it. There we go. Misclick. I love dark humor. FR. What do you call a disabled guy named Gerald? I can't pronounce that, I'm sorry. By the way, when I visited my grandpa, He gave me a chunk of depleted uranium. Why did he have it? He also has a B-22. He has a B-24 control panel. What do the Vietnamese people say when they eat? What do they say when they eat? I want depleted uranium. Down, 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 down. They say nam, nam, nam. Back in Vietnam. So what do we call a guy named, a disabled guy named Gerald Gerald, I believe? That's how you pronounce that. Back in Nam. Going back over to Nam. Alright. How many coats layer? How many layers should I add? Region. At least 3 coats finish. Main color, 2 more coats. Alright, with that, just make sure I'm getting all the shit. Alright, what do you call a person who got caught speeding? I generally call that a street racer or just a speeder. But I feel like it's a dark humor joke, so what do you call a person who got caught speeding? Hey, young people say black. Then the pit crews weren't famous. Well, you know, not. Oh, okay. Scooby said, for people who come around in the VOD, you know, young people say, or young people may say black, then that pit crew, and that pit crews weren't famous. Well, you may not know me when I used to be a part of Stephen Hawking's pit crew. That shit is funny. Fuck, I want them 3 minutes. I want them 3 minutes. We got people get cut speaking. I don't know. Yeah. Jeez, fluff, it's cold out here. What is the degrees? My town, my city is 12 degrees. And my feet is right next to the snow. Do you want to hear a fun fact? Yes, we want to hear a fun fact. What is the fun fact of the day? Can we also get some not so fun? Okay. My dad, when I was 9, went over with me in gun safety, so he gave me a loaded Glock and said, "Take the magazine out and keep on racking until there's no more bullets." It was real one. Yeah, that is generally how you do safely check if there is, or not check, but unload a gun. I do that with my airsoft. Now, what gen? Like, was it Glock 17, Gen 3? Which Glock was it? Guess what language this is checked. That's true. What? Uh, Wild. What does that mean? Oh. Okay, I'm gonna take Dutch or German. Speaking of German, I wonder how Mr. Smiles doing. So we, okay, so I was close. I said German, Dutch. You said Swedish. Okay. I wish it was summer. I'm Swedish. I talk Swedish. Nice. I know a little bit of Dutch, but I'm mostly American. That is wild how the internet works, though. Someone across the world can watch. You know, my grandma once said that she's so impressed in this day that my grandpa knew she was a Jew when they first met. Hmm. All right, it's been about 10 minutes. I'm not coming. All right, and you leave that to dry. Yeah. All right, I'll get up a little bit around. This is cold. Open this dish. Okay, guys. Theoretically, you get one airstrike per year. You can airstrike anywhere in the world. Hi, puppy. Working on this airsoft suppressor, aluminum tube. Finish up with the gloss. This is the last coat I'm gonna do. Should we get the fog a bit? Yeah, that's just. And this, I think it's a cold metal that burns. Alright, let's see. There we go. Why did my dad text get deleted? What? Why did my text get deleted? What do you mean your text got deleted? What text got deleted? You know, you should learn Swedish so you can go to the place that I can't pronounce, or what we call Norden. You can talk with everyone because the Norden has about the same language except for Finland. Okay, that's cool. Scooby? First off, wait. Uh, what text got deleted? I have zero clue why any text is getting deleted unless there's like a YouTube spy up in here and just, oh, no, too offensive, click. In that case, you need to leave YouTube. I like all of these comments, offensive or not. It's funny as hell. Y'all, sorry I went AFK for a bit, guess what I'm working on our end. Unless you don't. Unless you don't. No, I guess I'll just tell you. I'll guess, but I need a clue. What I need a clue on what you're working on before I can take a stab at it. A video or your airsoft gun? Candy. Text from my grandpa being true. The second part got cut off. Hold on. Project. It's a candy project. Animation. Okay, yeah, what is candy? Because I was just thinking, yes. Okay, so your text with your grandpa is, my grandma once said that she's still impressed in this day that my grandpa knew she was a Jew when they first met. What was the second part to that? Bracelets. Oh, okay. This is basically, but it can be more than that. Okay, that's cool. What is Kendai? Don't know how to explain it, but okay. When I look this up, what am I gonna see? Is it safe for work? I'll just ask that. Cool thing, something bad? Okay, wait. No, my grandma was my grandma was so impressed that my grandpa, on the first day they met, knew she was a Jew. Is there anything else going on with that? Just say the second part if it's still getting deleted. Colorful handmade beaded bracelets, necklaces, and cutoff exchange at raves and EDM festivals. Oh, okay. Okay. That's pretty cool. In World War II, my grandpa uh, knew a lot about Jews, especially with a man with a oh, and they still got married. I want family lore now. I want more family lore. Like, how did they meet? All right, in about 20 minutes, I'm gonna end stream though. Just fair warning, my feet are getting way too numb. I'm about to close this up because I'm finished spraying shit. Um, but I would like to prevent the cold from coming in, and I'd like to do something instead of go sleep right after this. Alright, I'm back. Let's refresh that. Alright. These wheezes. I will not be streaming tomorrow because I do have to wake up at 7 on Monday. Unfortunately, I will not be streaming for a whole 7 days. I'll stream again on Friday. Probably plus around 2,300 hours, possibly 12, or 0. But yeah, I'd like to end stream a little bit earlier than usual. Well, at the hour mark, I'll say that. So I have time to talk a little bit, and when I get done with streaming and finish my episode, welcome to Dairy. I'm halfway through the second episode, and then probably want to hit the beds. But my feet, like I'm. By the way, did you know my grandpa gave me a? I did know that. I'm a little jealous. A chunk of depleted uranium. That's pretty fucking cool. Is it radioactive still? We must know. Is that random chunk of depleted uranium still radioactive? So really nice. It's not radioactive, it's depleted. It's what used for counterbalance ships. Oh, okay, that's cool. Did you know? This stuff you see at the bottom of ships. Okay, that makes sense. Speaking of other uses for depleted uranium, it is also used for armor-piercing rounds for the A-10 that shoots the 30 millimeter rounds. By the way, that's as big as a beer can, if not can, beer bottle, if not bigger. Well, not C, but it's in there. Yeah, I believe you. But yeah, they use depleted uranium for the 30 millimeter armor piercing rounds in the A-10 Warthog, and for the counterbalance of the ships, it's because they're really dense. Man, I'm about to turn into that one guy from that one scene in the Pirates of the Caribbean. Just lose my entire toe because it's frozen off and frozen over. Panel. Oh wait, hold on. By the way, he has a B-24 panel. You did say this earlier, and I'm still jealous of that. How was he a pilot on like a submarine once? No, not submarine, an aircraft carrier once? Like, how do you obtain that? Like I'm a, you kidding me? Fucking white. Hi, wild. Hello again. Turn on the fucking light. Hold on, I'm back, guys. Hi. What is y'all's favorite music band or genre? If you don't have a favorite band, like who do y'all listen to? What was y'all's Spotify Wrapped? I can do just really quick. Like he wasn't playing it. Just excavated crash sites of airplanes and everything. And sent it out to a museum, like you know the 50 caliber machine guns, but 50 caliber guns you would see them. That's cool. Don't shake the neck, boy, if you know what that means. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. What do you mean? Don't shake the neck? Throw some purgatory over here. Don't shake the neck, boys. It's saying World War II fighters because when they were doing landings on the Omaha Beach, they had to go down the landing crafts and shook the net that they took. Oh, okay. That's a cool history fact. Have you guys seen the newest Amazing Digital Circus episode? And what do you all think about it? They would all die. Okay. I watched half, but then I had to go somewhere, but it was pretty good. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but I want to say I'm going to need therapy after the ending of that. But I'm going to sum up real quick. Okay, just making sure I'm still saying. I've heard bad things happened. Spoil it. I don't want to spoil it. I'm sorry, we ain't going to spoil it. I'll just say this. Uh, seriously, you're going to need some therapy after that. And you know. What was the shadow? What shadow? What was the shadow? I already go to therapy, so I'm looking forward to watching the ending. I don't know why I thought that was funny. It just was a show. What was the show? The show was why did I read that as shadow? Bro, you am I dyslexic or something? I was not scared there. Like, what's my place on? It was the show is The Amazing Digital Circus. It's really good. You have to bear with it for the first episode. Yeah, I see what you're saying now. It's The Amazing Digital Circus. Breaking news. Bloodshed is dyslexic at 11. I got to go. Okay, well, I'm leaving in about. I'm going to stream about 9 minutes. I can rejoice this. No, I did. I'm just dyslexic apparently, because I read that as shadow at first. Like, it says show. I read it as shadow for some dumb reason. But, like, going back and rereading after you said show the second time, I'm like, why did I think that? Like, here's what time it is. I am in the Scooby. I'm in the Eastern EST. Hold on, let me relook this up. Yeah, Eastern Standard Time Zone. Scooby, can I say what? Can I say what time zone you were in over there, or no? Damn, 0750th. Yeah, you are in Sweden, aren't you? Wild. Bro's using military time over there too, or the 24-hour clock. Respect. I'm flipping cold. I'm cold. I want to go. Yeah, we had another person in here. They were around the same area. I think they're more in Germany, I believe. So yeah, it's around the same time for them as well. Goodbye, Scooby. I want to leave here. A couple minutes, like 4. Not 4. 7 minutes. I'm gonna leave. We'll have a very different time zone stamp. I'm PST. I think it was, unless I got one of the letters wrong. PST, that's Pacific Standard Time, if I am correct. Bye, Scooby. Thanks for showing up, and thanks for the jokes. Need you to reload on them jokes, though. What was y'all's Spotify Wrapped? What is that? time is it for you guys? Any advice could be. For me, it is 0201. Why did I say it like that? It is 0200 hours over here. For them, it's around 2300. I would say, damn, that sounds a little creepy, but like, they literally told me like last stream. Man, why hasn't the CIA hired me yet? Like, I have a way of just finding out where people's time zones are. Anyways, holy fluff, I'm cold. You lost in F-35. I lost in F-35. How do you lose in F-35? Well, you see, I was flying the F-35, eating some double cheese glass with extra cheese and some guacamole came for 9,000. Use code BASH, get 10% off a discount. And then the dashboard said pilot deemed unnecessary, ejection imminent. Then I wake up on the ground. Let me get this straight. You were eating a cheese Goliath and gamer bar in a multi-million-dollar jet. First off, it was a double with extra cheese. Get it right. Yes. Do you know which direction you were flying on? Flying in. It's on the ground. You want my man you want me to tell my man to look on the ground. It's possibly impossible. How do you... Does anyone watch the Russian Badger in this chat? I need to know. Am I the only one who watches the Russian Badger? It is very good. Just the first couple minutes in the first episode is not the best quality. It kind of looks like it came out of 2005 with how the world kind of was made, but it's really good. Get over the visuals, just a little bit. All right, I am going to end stream. It is cold. We've been doing this for 1 hour. That is finished. I have accomplished what I wanted to accomplish. My feet are going to fall off. Most good shows don't have the best virals in the start. What was the show? The show was The Amazing Digital Circus. I was doing that for flair. I was not trying to be rude, anyways. Y'all have a good rest of your days, nights, weeks. Good start to your weeks. I'm gonna treat myself just to have to, go to sleep on time. Also, I'm 11. Why is all my viewers kids? Alright, I'll see y'all later. Damn, that's so lopsided.